Okay guys, thanks for coming today. So obviously today's topic is triathlon for dummies. So you've all signed up for the TriAthy. I'm assuming you're all clocking 20, 30k in the pool at the minute. That'll taper down gradually. So swim wise, have you all looked at the course maps?
There's a lot of stuff you've said already that you're making me very concerned.
Starting to sweat.
You're talking about tapering down. I haven't really kicked off the tapering up just yet.
Okay, do you know, I'll start with it. Does anyone know what a triathlon is? What does a triathlon involve?
A battle between your mind and your body.
Yes, very good, but a bit more than that now. So I have like swim, perfect, bike, yeah, and run. Do you know where you're swimming? River, sea, pool?
What's the river that runs through a tie?
Barrow.
The Barrow, yeah.
Yeah, for River Barrow.
Normally we wear tri-suits when we race, so I don't know, Ger, if you'd look good in an old swimsuit.
I think that's what Shane has.
That's option one. Or else the more conventional one would be the suits. So for the swim, like what you're wearing for the bike and run, you're going to have on under your wetsuit. So I mean, some people wear swimming togs, and then when they get in transition, get the wetsuit off, they throw on shorts and a top over it. You have to have your race number, okay? That's also really important. And you need to be thinking, you know, am I going to pin my race number onto my swimsuit? Do I have a race belt? Do you have a race belt?
No, what's a race belt?
Tie it on like a little bum bag and you attach your race number to it. Equipment. These are the things you need to start planning. So for your swim, like goggles, really important, what you wear, a hat. The guys at TriAthy are going to give you a hat. So your swimsuit / tri-suit. Vaseline. Vaseline's really important. Put it around your neck. You're going to be chafing when you're swimming. Vacant expressions. That's kind of the swim done, okay? I think it'll be grand. It's a river swim.
What if in a hypothetical situation you hadn't done a huge amount of training up to this point? And if there are people out there who are looking for that type of advice,
Not me, but
what would you be saying? Other people on the team maybe, yeah?
You're obviously talking about other people, not yourselves.
No, just
okay, so yeah, I mean, if you've absolutely nothing done, you haven't even gone to your local pool, you haven't swum a width in about 10 years, I'd say a couple of Hail Marys.
Would you go at it, like, would you sort of try, would you not? Okay, there's no point. Right.
I'd focus on the tapering hard. I'd focus on my rest, recovery, and just being like, I'd get familiar with my hat and goggles. When we get out of the swim, we go through transition. So transition has a certain flow. So you have to, so transition will generally be done like this, and you have, these are your bike racks, okay? And it's generally on two sides. You have to find your bike. You have to find all your stuff yourself. So before you go down to the swim, you need to know where you've racked your bike and you've put everything. So when you get into transition, you can't touch your bike until you have your helmet on, okay? If you can't have your helmet fastened, it needs to be on your bike on the floor. So you'll come out of the swim, hat off, goggles off. I made it, great. Find your location, transition. Everything goes into a box, and then all you need to think is helmet on. Don't do anything else, helmet on. If you touch your bike before you put your helmet on, you get a penalty. When you need transition, you have something called, no laughing there, a mount line, okay? And it'll be a big thick line. Don't jump on your bike till you go over the mount line. If you jump on before the mount line, you get a penalty. Then when you're coming to the end of the bike, maybe the last 5k, you need to start thinking about the run. You have to get off the bike before the mount line, and it'll be a different line to the line that you mounted the bike, okay? My best advice would be to just stop the bike completely and just get off. Don't try and do a flying like dismount. Looks great. They don't always work out, okay? And then once you're off the bike, your legs are going to feel like jelly. So that's fine. Okay, so that's the bike. I think you'll be grand. So you're all wearing runners. Good. So throw the socks on then before you get on the bike, or you'll get blisters. So the run would be strength of mine, and the goal is to just start lapping people, like get by as many people as you can. nutrition is going to be really important for you guys. So like how hydrated you are going into it. There's no point waking up the morning of it if you've been out the night before. Just don't turn up. There's no point.
When would be the latest you'd leave going out for pints? Would that be, should you leave a
the
2 day,
before,
3
This
day
is
gap?
another
What's
hypothetical question.
In terms of trying to consume stuff, what would you be thinking like that? You might not be able for the usual sort of full Irish.
I wouldn't change, so full Irish for breakfast. I'd generally have like simple carbs, so I used to have porridge, but actually toast is better because you're going to digest it quicker. And a light dinner before, like don't be having fillet steak the night before the race.
What do you recommend?
I would have pizza.
Really?
Yeah, pizza the night before, yeah. Or rice and chicken. Yeah. It's like a pasta salad.
Is there like a warm down, or is there something we should be looking to do?
When you cross the finish line, you do your wave or whatever, you'd be handed a bottle of water, get it into you, and there's normally a bit of fruit, so orange or banana. If you get those done, then that's key. And get it in the first hour. And some of you might actually vomit going over the line. That happens as well.
Right.
So a bit more liquid. Prepare. So you're all doing that, and you're doing great. So that's like step one. And then you have adapt. So on race day, something might happen, you know, the weather might be really awful, the weather might be like amazing, you know. You put your helmet on backwards, don't be that person. If I see any of you with your helmet on backwards, it's really cringe-worthy. Helmet, practice putting it on. And then 3 is evolve, but evolve is really just like enjoy the race and afterwards sign up for the next one. And then if you forget all those things, something my 2 coaches always say to me is, at the end of the day, it's just you. You qualify, no one cares. Okay, just enjoy it.